Unit 2 review, Lesson 3, least common multiple and greatest common factor. Example number 1 says, find the LCM of 18 and 8. LCM stands for least common multiple. We know a multiple is the result of multiplying a number by another whole number or integer. For instance, the multiples of 18. What I like to do is I like to list them horizontally. 18 times 1 is 18. 18 times 2 is 36. 18 times 3 is 54. 18 times 4 is 72. 18 times 5 is 90. 18 times 6 is 108. Of course, this continues on forever. Moving over to multiples of 8. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 9 is 72. 8 times 10 is 80. 8 times 11 is 88. Right? And of course that goes on forever as well. So the least common multiple is the smallest number in this list that they have in common. If you were to take a look at both the blue and the red list, you could see that 72 is the smallest number that they have in common. Therefore, the LCM of 18 and 8 is 72.
Example 2, find the GCF of 36 and 48. Well, we know that this acronym GCF stands for the greatest, or really the largest, common factor that numbers share. Now, one way is to list the factors of 36 and 48 to find the greatest common factor of those two numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we know that every number goes into itself once, so we start with 1 times 36. 2 times 18 equals 36. 3 times 12 equals 36. 4 times 9 equals 36. And the final factor is 6. 6 times 6 is 36. I'll do the same thing with 48. 1 and 48 equals 48. 2 times 24 equals 48. 3 times 16 equals 48. 4 times 12 equals 48. And 6 times 8 equals 48. Now, to find the greatest factor that they have in common, I suggest going all the way to the end of the factors and working backwards. We can see that these two numbers do not share 36 or 48 as a common factor. I don't see 24 as a common factor. And then I look at this 16 and I don't see that 36 has that as a factor. So our final and largest, greatest common factor of these two numbers is 12. Now I'm going to show you another way that works beautifully to find the greatest common factor of two numbers. We're going to look at 36 and 48, and we're going to start by dividing the larger number or factor by the smaller factor. We're going to keep dividing until we have a remainder of 0. I'm going to show you how this works. 36 goes into 48 once, and 36 times 1 is 36, and we get 12. Now, we're going to make that remainder our new divisor, and we're going to divide it into the 36 we started with. 12 goes into 36 3 times. Now, 12 times 3 is 36. We now have a remainder of 0. Once that happens, the last divisor that gives us a remainder of 0 is the GCF. So The GCF of 36 and 48 is 12.
Out, 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 out.